Well, I arrived at my neighbor's this morning. It's October 14th, opening day of muskrat season. And sometime during the night he had a raccoon or something come into his chicken pen and played havoc with his chickens. There's the rest of the body, but the blood smear up the side of the old coop here. I'm guessing it was a raccoon trying to get the chicken up onto the roof or into the eaves of the building. I'm not sure which, but here's one reason why we trap: to protect livestock. October 14th today, it's opening day of rat season. We've got this floating bed of moss here out on the lake, and the rats are all over it. This log here, they're using it as a toilet, so we got a float dropped in the water there with 2 No. 1 stop loss on it, and then just wired off to the log here. So we'll come back and later and see what we got. Right on. Coming into this back bush swamp area here to check some beaver traps, and you can see I drove right through here yesterday, and since then the beavers have come and fell a tree right pretty near on my trail. It's a good thing they cut the end off, or I'd have to go right around it into the willows here. I got traps just up here on the side of the house, so we'll see how I make out. So here we go at the beaver lodge. Walk up and see what's going on here. I had a trap set right here, I do believe, because there's that stick out there that should have a trap anchored to it, and I had another one set on the other side of the lodge in a beaver's main run, right under that dive pole there. I had this all blocked off here. Looks like they've smashed through my blocking. I'll have to maybe block it off a little better and get them to come back into that setup there. This is one of the entrances to the house here. As soon as rat season opens up on the 14th, I'm going to have to get in here. There's some rats that swim around here quite often, so I'll have to get some traps in for them. Right on. Here's one of those muskrats I was talking about, sitting right against the beaver's feed pile there. Quite often they just swim around here and watch me as I'm trapping. Down he went. Just pulled up that other trap on the other side of the house there, and looks like I got skunked. The trap is jammed up with a stick. A little bit annoying, but can't do anything about it. I'll probably move it into a better run just down here. Have some better luck most likely. Alrighty, let's keep going. It's opening day of rat season here. We're just on our way out here with the bike to go out and set some rat traps. And lots of them we can just check again tonight. We're not far from where we're trapping. We had a few beaver sets out yesterday, and coming in to check this one here. We got a beaver here in our 330. It was just in this shallow run here. Coming back, there's a little bit of a dugout back there, and another open slough down here. And I just kind of dropped this 330 in there, and looks like a decent sized beaver. Got a big chunk out of his tail there. He was fighting. So right on, we'll get him out of here and get him in the bike. Out here setting rat sets, and I don't know how well you can see that, but we've got a real big rat toilet here. And we're going to stick a No. 1 stop loss off the side of it, and with the stake running out into the water here, and rig it up as a drowning set. Here we are at this rat feed bed. There's so much greens on here, it almost looks like a Manitoba salad bar. Right on. Alright, it's October the 14th. We were out here. We set traps this morning. We're right here at this little rat feeder pile. And as I can see down there, we got a rat. Look at my wire here. Front foot catch, and a No. 1 stop loss. Oh, look at that, the stop loss spring caught him right in the mouth too. Not a bad rat. That's No. 1 of the year. Right on. So we're out here checking our traps this evening. Up against the side of this beaver lodge. This is all floating moss bed around us. there was an otter trying to dig into the side of the beaver lodge here when we first came through on our last scouting trip there. And then there was this old entrance to the house. The water's all down here. So I put a 330 conibear in there and put some blocking in, and then just staked it into here. Well, yeah, and put a big wad of castor in the back there, and I bit on a stick in the water, and looks like I didn't have it staked far enough into the side of this beaver house, because we nailed this big beaver, and it went right down underneath the moss bed. I could just see its feet poking out there, and I just had to take my jacket off and reach up to my shoulder in ice cold water to pull him up there. This was the stick we had him staked with. My mistake, I'll probably never make it again, but it's all a learning experience, and at least we got a beaver out of it. Coming up on a couple of muskrat sets here we got on a run. No, you can see we got one dead rat back in there. Had just two 110 set back in here on this trail. See the other one back in there yet? Maybe, I don't know, the sun's kind of in our eyes there. We just got a beaver at this house right over here. This is another one of them floating moss beds. We got a rat float right there that we'll check in a few minutes. In here at this little rat hut, back in this small cove in the swamp here, had a trap anchor right here, and just put a number 1 or a number 1 stop loss, whichever, up on where they're eating here. I can see it's produced. Pretty decent looking rat there, front foot catch. And he went down, and that set worked good. Here we had another feeder set with just a leg hold trap on top, or foothold trap, and we got another rat off the side here. Not a bad looking one. He's got back foot catch on this one. He's got the trap pretty wrapped around our stake, so have to shut the camera off and untangle him, but I think that's rat number 4 of the day. I'm on the side of this old beaver breather hole. It's kind of fell into the swamp now. It used to be just little. We caught a beaver here back in February. That was in one of my last Canadian Trapline videos from last year. And the rats were climbing up in between this lump of mud here and the breather. And just off the side of that stick there, I had a trap. I see it's gone down. Yeah, it's way down there and it's hung up, so I gotta pull her up and then I'll show you the rat. Got a trap. I think it's a 110 conibear stuck inside this rat house here, right on the edge of the big lake. So I'll open the rat house up, and if I got something in there, well, I'll turn the camera back on. You can see that. If not, we'll skip to the next set. Well, here we are. We just finished the end of opening day of rat season. We went out and we set traps this morning and came out and checked again this afternoon. I'm not 100% sure how many traps we got out, but since this morning we managed 6 rats and 2 beaver. One we caught a little ways away from here, and this other beaver we caught right by an old beaver lodge. It went under the moss bed. That video should be just a couple before this one. So, right on, you got a little bit of skinning to do tonight. So here we are, it's October the 15th in the morning. Just came out here to put a quick video together of some of these rats I did last night. And the beaver, I still got to board them, but I'm just going to freeze the hides there until I got more time. With school and trapping right now, it's pretty busy, and it gets pretty late pretty quickly after I get off school and go out trapping. So, but yeah, we'll be out there again tonight, I guess, and hopefully we catch a few more. Checking our last trap of the night here, out on the lake. It's getting close to dark. Caught a muskrat here in this 110 conibear. They were just coming up over this this run here into that little hole of water and up over the other side. And I just dropped the stake side 110 in there, or staked 110 in there, and it's only a little rat, but Hey, it's only our second one of the day. I don't know what happened, but we sure got skunked out here today. Anyway, get him out of here. We got a couple of more beaver traps to check on our way home. October the 15th, today out checking rat sets. We got a muskrat down here. We just had a feed pile up here in the edge of the swamp. We had our stick anchored and just the number one stuck on top of that feed pile. And every time a rat comes through from back there, he steps on that number one and trap goes off and down he goes into the water. So, try and get him up here without jiggling the canoe too much. There he is. Pretty decent sized looking rat. Right on.